Hallo, hallo, hallo. Hi. Hi, Bio. So yeah, welcome to me trying to beat my own hack in a single session. This is certainly a title screen. Yeah, it is a title screen. Wait, can I actually go back here? I keep being confused by this menu. I cannot actually go back here. I hate this menu. Time to go just and patch in being able to go back from the screen. Well, how do I reset? Anyway, well, I'm just going to select the new game and just not going to bother with this. So yeah, it's a title screen. It's a hack. So yeah. Why have a go back option when you can just rewind? Because I have disabled rewinds, because I am on a different emulator than usual. Because I am on the business V112, I think. I'm on some business version. I'm not on BizHawk for once. Because because for this hack I got annoyed by the input delay, actually, of BizHawk. Because BizHawk has like 3 extra frames of input delay compared to this one. So yes. So I'm just going to play. Well, it's a hack. There's a settings menu. It's a hack. I don't know. Is there anything about the settings I should know? I think settings are fine. Just going to play the level. So yeah, it's the Autowalk hack. Who would have thought? And I never actually beat this in a single setting. But now I'm going to try, and I have no idea if this will actually work. Oh fuck. Already messing up the first level is going to be great. Hi Cinnabar, thanks for the luck. I will need it. I should remove these spikes maybe. I don't know, like, I think in 2020 I never died to them. But then I was like... oh yeah, let's not change the earlier levels too much, because 2028 have surely had thoughts. 38%. I'm doing great things here. Oh yeah, actually, I mean, yeah, the percentage counter is new, right, compared to the C3 version. That's a feature. What am I doing? This is the first level. This is the first level. This is not even hard. What am I doing? The answer is I'm trying to read chat while I'm playing, which, in addition to this being not completely trivial, makes everything harder. Cape is impossible. Yeah, that's true. Why is my emulator lagging? This must be OBS's fault, I guess, or whatever's fault. Actually, this doesn't make sense. I don't understand. I don't understand. I beat the level. This looks like harder 6 stars. Yeah, and in this difficulty rating it's 1 star. Because it's the first level, and it's the easiest level. And it's going to be so much worse. So I have cleared every level in isolation. But, well, never all in one sitting, which is why I'm doing this right now. Because I kind of want to before I release this to the public. Okay. I mean, the second level is still meant to be easy, so... So yeah, You like the way it syncs. I mean, yes, that's kind of like the entire reason why this hack exists, right? Like, I mean... nobody needed, like, another Autowalk hack, which doesn't even sync to the music. Because, like, if you're going to make Autowalk, like, at least do that, I guess. Because now that you have the opportunity to actually make levels sync to music, like, use that. So yeah. And also I just like Geometry Dash. I mean, I guess I don't like Geometry all that much anymore, but I certainly used to. Oops. Oh, by the way, the percentage counter is not distance-based, but it is time-based, which is something that I always hated in Geometry Dash, because in Geometry Dash the progress counter is distance-based, as far as I know. And that's not relevant right now, because the speed is currently constant, but this will be relevant in, like, well, in the next stage already. So... Upside down cape looks cursed. Yeah, it also feels kind of weird when you get used to it, but like... Actually, I couldn't even describe to you how it feels. I think technically it doesn't make sense what you're inputting there. No, I mean, actually, I mean, like, the physics itself of the cape haven't changed, right? Like, physics-wise, the upside-down cape is completely normal. It's just, playing upside down feels kind of weird to begin with, sometimes. Especially, like, the gravity switches themselves feel somewhat awkward sometimes. But no, I mean, the physics are actually completely normal. Oh fuck, why did I die there? That's easy. I'm going to say that a lot. Because, like, this is the third level. It's supposed to be easy. What is going to happen if I give this to other players? Electrodynamics in S&W. Electrodynamics is like a good level, I think. I don't... Electrodynamics is not like my favorite level, but it's definitely up there. Wait, upside down ship is actually different? I never knew. Is it like significant that like normal gameplay, or is it like only significant for extreme demon stuff? Because like as far as I can tell, like, I mean, I've played the game for like a few hundred hours, right? So, and I didn't know this. Falls very slightly faster. I'm like, it's almost okay. Huh. Yeah, I was kind of like confused when I started playing Geometry Dash for a bit again last year. Like, about all of the weird physics stuff that people had found out. And that I just like never noticed back in the day, because I hadn't played it like since like 2017 or something. Right back then, like, people were still playing on, like, everyone was basically playing on 60 Hz. So when I started playing the game again, and then I was told that there are like physics differences at like 240 Hz, I was extremely confused. What am I doing? What am I? Why did I grab that shell? No, I'm dead. This ending part here is like, it feels so awkward, just because it's like, it's only precise platforming in a sense. Like, if you would play it not upside down, I think it would be completely free, but it feels kind of awkward if you play it like upside down, just to look at it again. Like, this feels like kind of awkward upside down. But like, if you would have it like the other way around, it would be, nothing would feel awkward about it. It's like kind of weird. But then sometimes I still die here, even though I've like cleared this, I don't know how many times at this point, because it's like the second time, the second level I made for this. I know. I just have not so good of a feeling for like upside down jumps. I guess no one does. I guess it's just fundamentally weird to play the game upside down. But yeah. Do you click multiple times in the same frame if you're using frame advance? What? And it registers all of that, all of these clicks then? Or what? So anyway, this is the first level where it's definitely relevant that the progression percentage counter is time-based instead of like distance-based. Because how are you going to make sense of this like distance-wise? I didn't know, so I just switched to time-based. it's a trick some impossible levels do where they stack several multi-activate orbs on top of each other and you gotta click all of them on the same frame. What? Also yes, literally free. Was that first attempt or was that second attempt? I think it was second attempt. So I cannot say yet literally free. Oops, what am I doing? This is not what you're supposed to do there. Too few indicators for literally free. Yeah, there are no indicators. This hack sucks. Like, it's terrible hack. No indicators. Like, how am I supposed to know where I'm supposed to go? Like. Oh, I actually got the sticky fly here. That kind of felt sketchy. That one kind of felt like sketchy, I don't know. I'm a bit surprised I got that one. Level just works. No way. VVVVV if it was good. I mean, it's not really like. I mean, I guess it is VVV, but like. It's more modeled on the geometry dash ball. I would claim. But yeah, actually the I think the source code, I mean the ASM for this also calls it VVVVVV, so I don't know. I don't know why I did that in 2020, because like I mean it's clearly just the geometry dash stuff that I coded back then. But then the labels are kind of weird. It's the revived required routine ramble hack. Hi Nazi. Yeah, it's revived. So, but currently I'm just playing the first few levels, which are almost all old. But actually, I fixed the mantras for in this level. So I did fix the animation for the mantras in the middle section of this. After you pointed it out, so yes, I did change stuff in these levels. However, the graphics of the dead Koopa still loop. Hi Stuntbite. Yes, it's Soho music. This is still one of my favorite setups in the entire hack, honestly. Like the one where you just fall through the bunch of like wall springboards. Because the setup just works. I guess the level is easy. So yeah, I think this is about where the easy levels end. Maybe you should skip this one. just go play something easier. Because this one is actually kind of hard. I'm going to give it a few tries before I play something easier. You got the perfect Cherry Blossom Ultra Clear. Did I read PCB? I think I read PCB correctly, right? That's a Toho game that exists. Lotus Land Story is actually the only one that I have actually... No, that's not true. I've played another Toho game, but Lotus Land Story is one of 2 Toho games which I have actually cleared. Cleared as in on easy mode. Cleared. But cleared. Oops. Wait, how many percent was that? I didn't even see. Is that already like past 50? Or was that still like... Is that like... Was that? How many percent was that? Can I just think about it because I know my own hack? It probably was like 43. I think it was like 43 if I think about it. Why is it lagging? I don't understand this computer sometimes. It just decides to lag. And I'm pretty sure it's not because the CPU is actually doing stuff. Yeah, I'm probably blaming Windows Defender or something stupid. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. You were not expecting to see the UFO. You can also see the wave later. Although it kind of sucks because you can just do nothing with it. But there is that I did code the wave and I did include it in a level. So but it's actually quite boring. It's just there for geometry dash completeness, I guess. Where I arbitrarily defined geometry dash as not including the spider. Undefined fantastic object. Yes, that's totally what I mean. Is Yoshi growing after 3 hits? Eats? No, it's not. It's actually growing after 4 eats. Pretty sure. 5 eats. 5 eats. It's just a normal baby Yoshi. I didn't change anything about this, I think. I think if you actually go in Lunar Magic, there should be 4 naked Koopas there. I am going to check in a second. Because I actually don't remember if I changed that. Okay, let me check. Which level is this? 7? 7. Yes, there are 4 Koopas there. Yeah, it's like it doesn't look like anything because the Koopas are completely stacked on top of each other, right? And the sound is kind of awkward. I also agree with that the sound is kind of awkward, because you definitely do only hear 2 eats. But there are 4 Koopas there. I mean, I could have done the old school thing of just putting a bunch of berries next to each other there. But like... why? I mean, I get why the berries exist and why they're useful, because you like cannot despawn them by spawning too many sprites. But like, that's not an issue here, so... Even though it technically makes the level a bit less clear, because it is maybe on the first attempt unclear why Yoshi grows after eating one thing. Time to lose to the stupid part. Fuck. I actually lost to the stupid part because I did it way too early. That's a bit sad. Are these control jump? What do you mean? I mean, this is SNW, right? So every jump can be controlled. I didn't change that. Is that actually just a mid? Yes, that is actually just a mid, except that you don't worry about speed. That's true. But you didn't see the worst part about it yet. But yes, it is a mid-air. Except that you don't worry about speed. What am I doing? Oh yeah, the air jumps to avoid the pencils. Yes, so... Oh, there's more. Yeah, there's more. Yeah, the air jumps to avoid the pencils, they are controlled a bit. But actually most of them don't require so much control. It's not like ultra precise, this one. I don't think there's anything that's... Well, there's nothing like extremely precise on this thing. Like, some things are somewhat precise, like this one, I guess. But like individually, most jumps are reasonable. Not like free, but like individually every jump is like basically easy. It's really kind of the level length that makes stuff hard. Right, because like this is a minute 35, I think. I think this is a minute 35, this one. But yeah, also doing these controlled is kind of hard, right? Because the moment you press B, you jump again. What am I doing? Yeah, exactly. Like doing a float jump makes you double jump, except that pressing A doesn't. So pressing A doesn't trigger the double jump. So if you really want to control, you can control using the A button. But pressing B will always make you jump. So But you don't have to control super much. So well, it's just how it is. But I don't actually use the A button all that much for those parts. They're all possible with like just continuously holding the jump button. You don't need like super much of you don't need super much precision there. But of course, like how long you hold the B button after you get a double jump matters quite a lot, and controlling that at least is definitely required. What am I doing? Why am I failing this? I mean, I guess it's because it's like kind of hard. but yeah. But yeah, this level is like... I mean, this level is definitely one of the hardest ones in the heck. I don't think it's the hardest one. I mean, I only gave it 4 out of 5 stars, so clearly there is something more difficult than this, in my opinion. But like... Maybe I should have given this 5 stars, I think. Like, this is kind of hard, this one. What am I doing? Oh. Yeah, in this part you just get the shell and then it's kind of free. But then... Okay. But then you have to do the mid-airs. Okay. So that's that level. Yeah, I mean it's not readable, right? It's like it's not at all readable, but right? But that's why there's practice mode, right? So like if you there's a reason why I coded this. Right, because like I totally know that this is not readable, right? Like nobody's going to see this and think, oh yeah, let's do a double mid-air. I mean, maybe somebody's going to see that, but like it's probably not the first instinct of most people. And then like here it's kind of unclear, and like especially this part, right? Like how are you going to blind read this? Like you're not going to. And then I guess this part is actually blind readable, right? Because you do get the exclamation marks. You do get them. Oh yeah, I mean the Pyrocoopas, they're not readable at all. I see that. Right, but like you do get like you do get a checkpoint like reasonably in front of this, right? And then, like I wasn't able to place a checkpoint right in front of this because then the Pyrocoopas would like spawn differently than they would in the normal level. Um, the vine stuff is actually pretty easy. Like there's slightly worse vine stuff in some levels, but like the vine stuff itself is pretty easy, I think. Anyway, let me skip this level or this one. I'm just going to. Oh, maybe I shouldn't skip this level. Maybe I shouldn't skip this level. I should just play it. But I'm definitely going to skip the 5-star level and keep that for last. But like the levels are not actually linearly ordered by difficulty. They're like somewhat linear. They're somewhat ordered by difficulty, but like the reason why there's the star system to begin with is because they're not actually ordered by difficulty. Yeah, I mean, for the vine you just have to know what to do, right? What am I doing? There's a partial order, right? I mean, there's a partial order, but also, I mean, the ordering on the overworld does not actually correspond to this partial order. Hence the star system, right? Because like if I just ordered the levels on the overworld in vaguely increasing difficulty, then the stars would be kind of ridiculous. Oh, what? You can die there? I'm like learning new stuff as I play this level. This one is actually one of the newer ones. This is not from 2020. This is 2023 me. See you, Stuntbite. I really like the beginning of this level. Kind of feels good. What I do not like is the emulator sometimes dropping frames. But oh well, can't change that. Sorry, I'm just blaming Windows Defender or something. Actually, I never asked, but like, is the in-game sound like at a reasonable sound level? Because I just like kind of had to guess. Oh wow. That went quicker than expected. Wait, there's in-game sound? You could just play in ZSNES. Yeah, the problem with ZSNES is that the sound engine runs too quickly. So that breaks everything in this hack. Because if the sound engine runs too quickly, then you kind of end up having everything poorly synced. Yesterday you learned that your mic was muted. It turns out that you were muted the entire 4 hours 47 minutes of your last stream. What? That's a lot. That's a lot. You did not notice. I actually came in, like, at the very end. And said hi. And then you didn't say hi. And then I was a bit disappointed, but then you immediately ended the stream anyway, so it was kind of bad timing anyway on my part. But, But did you actually say anything? Now that I know that, the entire situation becomes even funnier. Okay, so here is a 2-star level, right? Like I put a 2-star level right after the 5-star level, because, as I said, ordering on the overworld is not actually. Ordering on the overworld is not actually ordered by difficulty level wise, but actually, like, what is it even ordered by, right? Like I said so many times, what it is not ordered by, then it's really ordered by number of custom mechanics that are introduced. At least until here. And then these levels here, these last 3 ones, they're just there. I had no other place to put them, really. But like until here, it's basically number of custom mechanics that are introduced, or like maybe until here. It's like by this level I have introduced everything, and then these levels just play around with it. But for example, this level, this could technically be like the 4th level. Except that it's kind of like very different from the other levels, I feel like. So which is why I put it like kind of late. Hi Durf. Yes, HF hack, but also yes, typical HF hour. I at least went through the effort of doing a palette X animation to make this level dot pulsate. Okay, that's about as much effort as you can expect from me. Actually, let's just play this level, just to show why the level dot is green to begin with. Right, so this is the reason why the level dot is green. For example, this is the level where I thought like, oh yeah, let's make an entire level just around the mechanic of being slow. So most of the gameplay is very slow, like it's in slow mode. Also yeah, this level is very green. I heard this song and just felt the need to make the level monochrome. So I made it as monochrome as possible, without being confusing. Oops. This ending flying part is not as bad as it looks, but it is actually quite hard. Oh, what? Did I really just miss that platform? The tunnel is an anti-throw block filter. Yes. That's why the shell is there. Because you can actually keep the throw block, but it's kind of annoying to do, which is why I didn't want to force it, but... and then keeping that one is just easy. By the way I made sure that these thwomps are always, like, killable by the throw blocks is... It's, a bit sketchy. No, to set up the sprite slots, I actually for the thwomps, I actually just spawned a bunch of green naked Koopas off screen. Which might be considered slightly sketchy, but actually works. So. Also, how did I get to like 71% on the first attempt, and now I cannot get there again? Yeah, exactly, right? The camera is not doing unexpected things, which allows me to do some stuff in like somewhat weird ways. Also, there is a way to do this jump like this. But I think it's so much harder that it's not actually worth even patching. Like you can go like below here. But I don't know how to set it up, it feels very awkward to me. Just put a moon down there. Yeah, but like I don't actually know where to put the moon then, right? Because like just jumping there is easy. The hard part is jumping there and actually beating the level from that position then. I guess I could like come up with some position for the moon that makes sense. Require a clear after moon. No, I don't know. I'm just going to leave that there for the unlikely case that somebody actually thinks that that's easy. I do know like a bunch of alternate strategies in this hack. None of which are like practical, as far as I can tell. Actually, that might be good enough. Actually, if you do get this, this might be good enough. This might be even the way to go for that strat, honestly. But you just move so slowly, right? Like you move at 20 speed through this level. Like even the shortest jump distances actually become like somewhat awkward to clear. Okay. Time to mess up this again. Oh no. Oh shit. That's more than twice as fast as slow autoscroll. I messed up the last air catch there. It was like too low. That's like kind of the last non-trivial input of the level. I'm not sure how many percent that actually was, I didn't check again. It displays, but like I stopped looking. It was probably like 96-ish, I think? Maybe 97? I mean, there's nothing hard after this, so I don't know. It does not track PBs. No, it does not. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that. There is actually the infrastructure for it, but then it just doesn't. There's also like the slight problem of in some of the B-switch waiting out sections, you can actually stay in them for like longer than intended. And most of the time you cannot actually beat the level anymore from that position. But you can get the percentage counter to run to 99%. Which I guess wouldn't really matter because like who cares about like a fake PB in this hack, but that's like the kind of issues that I just didn't want to deal with to begin with. But yeah, it does display the percentage counter, and it doesn't keep track of it though. It doesn't. I don't think it even tracks them. I think I removed the tracking code again. It certainly doesn't display them. But it would be like 3 lines of code to actually track them. I mean, okay, like 3 lines is a bit exaggerated, but like 15 lines to just track them. And, well... But then displaying them, I don't know. I also considered making like a death counter for every level, but then I just didn't. It seems to me that most people don't want death counters. Even though it like would be, I don't know, it would be like kind of super in line with the geometry dash nature of the hack to have like an attempt counter. But yeah. Death counter that counts the number of sprites that died. Yes, that's actually, that is ASM that I need. True death counter, the amount of death and suffering and pain that Mario has caused on his adventure. Okay. Time to mess up this part again. Okay. You can totally die to this GG. But, I never have. That GG is rude. Yeah, I kind of figured I wanted to do this on like a medium easy level, like on a medium difficulty level. Like doing it on like the final level would be kind of rude, because like that one is kind of fucked. I felt like it was appropriate for like the kind of medium difficulty level that this is. Because like it's very unlikely that you die to it, but like if you actually die to it, that's kind of well, it kind of feels bad, I think. But also I just had to leave it in there, because it is kind of funny, I think. Anyway, I think I'm going to go for this level now. Alright, I changed the background of this one. It now has more bones. It originally had less bones. I'm not sure if this is a change I like, but now I added a bunch of bones to the background. I'm not sure what to do with the background in this one. Also, yeah, finally the wave. I announced that earlier. Wave. Because this is a geometry dash hack, and hence every geometry dash mechanic needs to be included. Which is of course like already a lie, but whatever. Where's the swing copter? It didn't actually exist when I when I coded this, right? Like I coded this in 2020, and back then the spider actually existed, but the spider I never liked the spider. Always felt bad to me. I still don't like it. Where's the duel? That's actually something I tried to do in like ages ago, but whatever. What's the spider? The spider is a geometry dash mechanic that is sort of like the ball, except that you instantly walk to the nearest floor with opposite gravity. It's kind of similar to what was in that one KLDC level, where you had wall run with like the ability to switch to the opposite wall immediately, except with gravity switching. Which is, I guess, why Sweet Dude was like, oh yeah, can I have this? It's hiding in the opposite category. Fuck. Yeah, I know that Sweet Dude is like has actually made some reasonably popular Geometry Dash levels. Kind of funny. But I never actually came across one of his levels naturally in Geometry Dash. And when I like recently started playing again, I checked a few of them out, but like it's not that much of my style, so I didn't beat any of them. Or at least any of like the somewhat difficult ones. Hi TJB, thank you for the luck. And thank you for the luck, and thank you for the luck. I guess you wished me luck thrice. That must be extremely much. Only 2 of them were good. That's true. But I mean, ordinary luck is like also good, I think. Like, I don't think you actually have to specify so much that luck is good. Anyway. Sometimes I replay this level and I think I should have given this 3 stars. Just because of like... Not because of all of this, like all of this is fine for 2 stars. But it turns out that like... this setup is actually kind of a lot harder than I expected. Like this cape setup. Like I can just... Like when I built this level I was like super consistent at it. And now I kind of cannot figure out what to do anymore, and I refuse to practice. Do you see a visual artifact of emulator run ahead during the zigzag section? That's possible because run ahead is activated. So yeah, it's possible, right? Like I mean, you can see run ahead artifacts, right? Like also if I pause. So yeah, it's definitely possible that you actually, that you can actually see it. Also, what the fuck just happened? The emulator just decided to drop frames in like the worst possible spot. I don't know what happens there. I should maybe like... I don't know what to do. Like I don't have like anything open that's like unnecessary right now. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that explains why it looks scuffed. Like it actually is just like you press B and then you go up, or you don't press B and then you go down, right? Like that's it. And the speed at which you go up or down is like exactly the speed at which you're moving horizontally, right? So it's really just diagonal movement. But yeah, the run ahead leads to like this weird visual artifact. Yeah, I know that like I guess it must look weird if you don't actually control it yourself because of that. Right, like when you input that yourself, like at least I don't notice. Like I can see it if I look for it, but I don't actually notice when I just play. But I guess yeah, I do see it when I look for it. Huh. So play this game with less run ahead. Solution. Yeah, but I kind of have to play this with run ahead because well, because music sync is kind of bad when it's like an extra 50 milliseconds out of sync. Like 50 milliseconds you actually notice. And that's like on top of the music sync being like not literally perfect most of the time. And like a bit of like SNES to SPC variability and like all of that adds up. And then also playing the game with like additional emulator lag because like BizHawk has like extreme input delay. And yeah, SPC emulation is quite hard, but as far as I can tell, BSNES does it correctly. Add a music offset setting to compensate. Yeah, I don't know. But the problem is that okay, so the real problem here is that some things are synced, like, sometimes a sound effect that happens in-game is synced to the music, and sometimes an input of the player is synced to the music. And those two change differently when you play on an emulator with input lag, right? Because the sound effects stay the same in relation to the music. And that sounds like extra off, because like sometimes they're like scripted Hooper bounces, which like will almost always occur on the same frame and actually hit the beat. Because I cared for that. But then if I add a music offset settings, then all of these are offbeat, and that's like extra weird. So yeah, just play on a setup which has like less input delay. Right, because I did think about adding a music offset setting, but then I noticed that, and then I was like, yeah, I cannot plan around that. Like I actually cannot, I think. I think that's just... I'm screwed. Except if I start like outputting all of the sound effects delayed, but like that seems like extra stupid. Yeah, if you actually hit the exact timing of the beat, you make it. I paid attention to that. It would be like extra weird to have like this very noticeable blip at the end of the sound, and then you try to go for that, and then you just jump into the muncher, but no, it actually is synced. I hope. Yeah, I'll get mad if this is not actually synced. But I think if you... But I mean, the window is kind of like big. You've never actually found out how the 60 FPS works, 60 FPS mode works on the Super NT. Like, does it slow the music by 0.165% or what? I have no idea how the Super NT does anything. Like, if this hack breaks like on NT because of differences in SPC emulation, I'm like ripping my hair out because I'm never able to like test that. I'm pretty sure everything I did here works on an actual SNES. But like I have no idea what the Super NT actually does. And if the Super NT like differs from actual SPC, then I'm just crying. I mean, I'm not actually crying because like I don't actually care that much about the Super NT. It's just like unfortunately the semi-de facto standard for streamer setups nowadays, which is annoying. But it's not an actual SNES. But yeah, just activate 60.0988 FPS mode, and then you're good to go. Because like it works on BSNES V112, and that's, as far as I can tell, very accurate on the SPC. Because like this hack doesn't use SA1 or anything, right? It's just normal SNES, and I trust BSNES to get that correct. Anyway. 4 levels left. I've been streaming for like an hour, and I've beaten all but 4 levels. This is going slightly faster than I expected. Whatever. This is my favorite level, I think. That's not actually true. Like, level design wise, it's not actually my favorite level. But it's my favorite level for the effect that it has. Who needs to see the level anyway? I mean, you always see at least 3/4 of the level. And also it's just worth it because it's synced to the music, and I just always wanted to do like an X animation sync to the music. Also, the level is free. And, moreover, in practice mode the effect is disabled. Right, so in practice mode the level looks like this. So if you are really struggling with like seeing the level here, you can see the level. Well, no. Yeah, no synced music during practice. I mean, Geometry Dash doesn't have it either, so yeah. So I'm accurate to the source material here, I guess. But also, this is like, that would be extremely annoying to code. Oops. Because then you have to like, you basically have to time every checkpoint down to the frame, and so most of the time this will be like somewhere mid-note for the SPC, and this is like extremely awkward to sync up. So yeah, I'm not doing that. Anyway. Yeah, Mario not getting snagged by the spring is cursed, but yeah. The spring tries to zero his speed, but then the Autowalk code makes Mario move. Yeah, I don't think the SPC clock is visible by the console frame rate, but it wouldn't really matter because like if I mess up the song beginning by like a millisecond, then nobody cares, right? And I think I can always go, I mean, I can always easily get to within a millisecond. The much worse problem is of course that, yeah, is that I somehow have to tell the SPC when to start. And like synchronization issues between SPC and console, they sometimes take up to 25 milliseconds to resolve. Or like 20 milliseconds? Like 20 to 25, I think. Like, basically if the console tells the SPC to do something, it might take up to 20 milliseconds for the SPC to notice that. And most of the time you don't care for stuff like this, but if it's like for trying to play a sound effect at an exact position, it's also not super important. Like 20 milliseconds is like still bearable. But that's, I mean, that's just the start of the beginning, right? Like that's just the start of the problems. And then there's like the much worse problem of having to... I don't actually know how to tell the SPC to start in the middle of a port. I don't actually know how that works. I'm not sure if that's even possible. I think the SPC can only play a port from the beginning. I think it cannot actually play a port from the middle. So, because like, how should it do that? Like, I don't think it actually, like, I don't think this makes sense, this question from the perspective of the SPC. Because the SPC just reads text commands as they come up, right? And if it would try to play a port from the middle, then first of all it would have to figure out when that middle actually is, because it turns out that length in hex commands does not actually correspond to note length perfectly, right? Because like, of course it doesn't. And then it would somehow have to know which instrument is the correct one at that point. So basically, it's impossible. So basically I would have to make a version, for each checkpoint, in each level I would have to make a version of the port that starts at a different offset, and tell the SPC to play that instead. Which... Oh, I'm just not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. Yeah, which is why I stuck with having like a somewhat ambient soundtrack, right? Like, I mean, I do actually have multiple ones, right? You can change the practice music. There are 3 songs, and there is total silence. So that you can mess up the first few jumps in total silence. if you really want to play checkpoint mode in total silence. Okay. But I don't need to practice, because I made this. And, actually, this is like kind of a lie. I have used practice mode, certainly, for some of the levels. Although, not for most of the levels, because for most of the levels, practice mode didn't exist yet. So that's something that I didn't code at the beginning. Something I only coded like semi-recently. Yeah, I mean, the thing that I told you to do in Twisted Plains, that's like... that's like the kind of feature of the SPC 700 that is really underused. Right? It's like, the SPC 700 can just, in the middle of a port, send music to the SNES main CPU. And that way you can easily make like certain music sync gimmicks. Like, for example, the Tetris blocks. Like, the Tetris blocks actually just are an X animation tied to whatever the SPC is outputting right now. And you can do so much more weird stuff with that mechanic. It's kind of weird that how little it is used, because like it's not that crazy hard to set up. Like, if you can read a port and write the most basic ASM, then you know how to do this, right? Like, you don't need to be like an ASM master, you don't need to be a porting master, you don't need to understand much of music theory at all, right? Like, you need to be able to read a port, you need to be able to do a bunch of LDAs in an Uber ASM code. And at that point, you're basically done. Like, at that point, you have successfully made an X animation that syncs to the music. And given how cool it is to have an X animation that syncs to the music, I'm really surprised, like, how few people actually use that. You can use that to force the player to lag the SPC. What happens when you send multiple bytes on the same SNES frame? Yes, just one gets discarded because it is because the in output that you send the data through is, I think, is it a 1-byte lane or is it a 2-byte lane? I'm not sure. It's a 2-byte lane, but the hex command for sending data always sends 2 bytes at a time. That's the point. This part is hard, by the way. Wouldn't that be undefined behavior territory? No, it wouldn't, I think. I don't think it would. Okay, basically it wouldn't, because I say it wouldn't. No, it would be very clearly defined behavior. It would be defined behavior. However, it would end up with... well, you would end up with inconsistent results. But the problem is that... I mean, the problem is that the SPC doesn't think in SNES frames, right? The SPC just has its own time measurements, and sometimes asks the SNES main CPU for something. But the SPC doesn't actually know what an SNES frame is. So that makes the entire situation very awkward, because the SPC cannot actually know when it sends two bytes on the same SNES frame. Actually, it's quite common to send multiple bytes on the same SNES frame. I mean, like when the main CPU tries to upload a port, right? Then it's going to send lots of data in a single frame. Okay. I'm beating levels. Can't wait for somebody to build a pill tag around SPC cycle manipulation. That truly sounds like a world I don't want to live in. Oops. The jagged camera is also because... No, the jagged camera cannot be because of run ahead. Jagged camera cannot be because of run ahead. Oh, whenever you hit the turnaround arrows. Oh yeah, no. No, that cannot be because of run ahead. I mean, some of the effect that happens when you hit the turnaround arrows is just because Mario is not centered on the screen, right? Like, Mario is not centered on the screen, he's always like positioned in such a way that you see more of the direction that you move into, right? So when you hit the turnaround arrows, there are camera blocks there to switch the direction. And sometimes sometimes I'm able to mask this effect out by freezing the camera horizontally before you hit them, and then unfreezing it again, and then it looks smooth. But I'm not always able to do that, just because of like level geometry reasons. But like if you see, then I mean, if you just look at the screen, then Mario's clearly not centered, and he's like clearly not even close to centered. It's like the middle of Mario is not even a third of the way. Like he's before the 1/3 mark at all times, I think. Unless I messed up like majorly. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm able to mask this, but sometimes I'm just not able to mask this. And like, for example, here, I'm not sure, that looked fine to me, but like, I'm also just used to it. It's so common that the shell just dies there when trying to dodge that magic. That's like the hard part with that magic thing. What the fuck? How did I beat this so quickly? Like, this is the level where... this is the level where I said, like, in the original 2023 C3 post, where I said, oh yeah, I wasn't able to beat this level, by the way. Like, that was this level. I wasn't able to beat this level in, like, several hours of trying before last C3. I guess it's easy. So yeah, time for the one level that's going to take the rest of the stream, I guess. Maybe I should quiet down the music a bit. This is actually a bit loud. I think this is a bit loud. Now that I hear it like in direct comparison, this part seems too loud. This just seems too loud. Is this true? Like, does this seem too loud? It is a bit loud, right? Like, it's not like terribly much, but it's like, it is louder than the last part, right? Okay, now I'm just struggling to beat the beginning. Anyway, this level is hard. I mean, I know I said this about like a bunch of levels before, which I then somehow proceeded to beat in like the next 10 minutes. I would be very surprised if that happened for this one as well. But, I mean, I was also surprised about the last level, so I don't know. I don't know, I guess this hack is just, it's just not hard, says creator with too much creator bias. I mean, I have beaten this level before, it's just kind of messed up and kind of long. Oh fuck, how did I miss that? That's a 2 bucket. That's not even hard. What? Like, There's a bunch of hard stuff in here. And then I just died to that random 2 bucket in the middle. Also, that was 44% by the way. Like, this level is long. It's actually not the longest. I'm not sure if it's... Wait, is it the second longest or the third longest? I'm not sure. It's like not the longest, but like... But yeah, it's definitely up there. Yeah, some sections are dense on inputs, definitely. I mean, also it just opens up with like a mid-air, right? It just opens up with a mid-air. Also, yeah, you can keep the shell, but like that was too fucked. And you cannot keep the shell anyway because you have to spin jump after that. And this is another mid-air input, right? So. Also, yes, that's a rope spin jump. Randomly in the middle of the level. Oh fuck! How did I die there? That's only... I am disappointed. I never died there. Intersecting level pass, yes! This is a level with many self-intersections. Actually, I'm not sure how many self-intersections this is. Like, it's a lot of them. Yeah, this was like this took a while of like just sketching on actual piece of paper to actually plan out, because I mean I did plan for the intersecting level paths, of course, but I also planned for them at like somewhat specific timings, so I had to make sure that the level goes on for the correct amount of blocks before there's like a turnaround to make sure that it actually intersects in the correct spots. And then I also have the problem that this level basically completely exhausts a certain LM3 level size. I think it's the one that's like 54 blocks tall or something. Right, because like it has to be layered 3 times on top of each other, of itself for this to work. And there needs to be a slight amount of clearance, so I think I went for like 54 blocks or something. If that's a thing, maybe it's 52 or 56 or something. Actually, how many is it? Let's count. It is 52. Yeah, okay, 52 is a thing apparently. So it's 52 blocks tall, and it almost completely spans the entire horizontal screens. Like if I went for the 58 block tall level size, then I wouldn't have had enough horizontal speed for space for everything. And if I went for like 48 blocks tall, or 49 I think is the next one, then I wouldn't have had enough vertical space, because I do actually need like every block here. It's like this is pretty much fills out the entire LM3 big level space for this size. Because it turns out it turns out that it actually takes up quite a lot of space if you try to make a level that has you move at consistent 48 speed, but takes more than a minute. Like, actually it's not consistent 48 speed, there's a slow part, but I haven't reached that one yet, so I can just pretend it's consistent 48 speed, so whatever. Because I just kept dying at like 44 and 47%, and the slow part just starts at exactly 50. Actually, I think that's not true, I think it starts at like 49. Whatever. Because the song has like an extra measure somewhere near the end. Why am I... Why am I dying so much though? I guess because the level is hard, like... Also I guess because I'm like talking a lot. An extra measure, yeah, that messes with your integrals, that's true. Okay, that's the slow part. Fuck. The jump off the note block is like actually hard. Whatever. Best attempt until now. It was like what, 70? No, I think that's like 69%. I should really like look at the actual percent counter instead of trying to guess the percentage every time. Was that actually just a rope sprint? Yes. And then I died to the note block jump after that, because the note block jump is actually the hard part. But yeah, there's a rope sprint jump here. Well, actually there was one earlier, there are two in here. You didn't see the first one. Also, this is like too much lag. Also, yes, non-injective level parts. That's like also a way of phrasing it, I guess. Also, what just happened? Like 10 seconds earlier. Like something weird happened there, and I didn't understand. I just died. I just died, and then I didn't question it for a while. But now that I think about it, it was weird. A collect all the coins gimmick would be a surjective level part. Yeah, that's true. And actually, it would constitute a space-filling curve in some sense. And then you just missed the spin jump there. That's also a way to die here. And also just a way to die there. Just missed the spin jump. Also, is this level lagging more? I'm not sure. Anyway. Okay, stop messing up the shell jump at the beginning. That would be kind of nice. Just a shell jump. It's just a shell jump. That's kind of like the nice part about this Autowalk thing. Just since you don't have to worry about your horizontal speed, certain tricks just become free. And by free, I mean like still like somewhat non-trivial, right? Like the mid-air shell jumps aren't literally free, but they're certainly a lot easier because you don't have to worry about your horizontal speed. And for like the 48 speed ones, you don't even have to worry about your about the flick being frame perfect. Like if you mess up the flick somewhat, then it's still fine. Or the tap or whatever. Like you don't have to press right and release Y on the same frame. Do people call that a flick or a tap? I have like no idea how mid-air input terminology goes. Because it's like all derived from controller inputs, and I have never played this game with a controller. Why did I spin jump there? The spin jump is just not high enough to like reasonably clear that. Like you can clear it with a spin jump, but then you actually have to go for a full spin jump instead of what I was going for there. Yeah, that's also a way to die. The funny rope jump. Yeah, I mean, like, I get the rope jump every time, right? Because, like, rope jumps are easy, but then there's still the option of missing the spiny. Which is, kind of sad that it's a possibility. I mean, it's like, it's sort of good that it's a possibility, and it's kind of sad when it happens to you. time to mess up this shell jump. Epic. Anyway, you only get all checkpoints once you have actually beaten the level. Alternatively, you have to... Actually, this is fine. This is the correct setting I want to go for. If you haven't beaten it, then you have to, well, collect the checkpoints. I did that thinking that most players playing the checkpoint mode would play it before they play the normal level, and then that's kind of like nice to have like the sense of progression. Unfortunately, I'm so far the only person playing the practice mode, so like I don't actually need a sense of progression because I've played these levels before. So now every time I want to practice a late part of a level, first have to get through all of the checkpoints, which I guess is good practice, but also means I have to replay this part of the level all the time. Also, what am I doing there? Like, you literally just mashed the jump button there. I don't think you can even go too fast there. Also, playing this game in total silence is a bit awkward. I mean, I know I enabled the option, but I should maybe deselect it again. Anyway, I'm not sure like what to do about like these spike constellations there. I tried to make them symmetric, but they look super awkward here. They look like super awkward. They like don't actually look like they're rotating or anything. So I kind of want to fix these because they look terrible right now, but I didn't. They look like they just look bad. But yeah, I'm not sure like how to fix these. Like maybe I should just remove these spikes? I'm not sure, like should I remove these spikes? Like they look kind of bad just. They're kind of weird. I guess I could remove these, but then it looks like I don't know, that still looks bad. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I make this look not bad? How do I make this look not bad? Like, how do I make this look not bad? Like, I don't know. Also, press buttons correctly. This one is actually like kind of hard to set up. Like you have to actually tap left multiple times to get the fast dive, as far as I know. And then there's this shell jump, which kind of hard and kind of awkwardly placed near the end. I'm kind of like not good at this ending. Double size blocks and then 1.5 size spikes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. How do you do this ending again? Like you need actually some somewhat precise control jumps here. Like, they're not super hard, but like they're near the ending, so it's kind of weird. Anyway, now I've unlocked all of the checkpoints, so I can... Wait, I wanted to I wanted to disable the complete silence. This entire K part is like kind of not super easy. I guess I should practice it again. And then I just sometimes miss this shell jump because I do it too late, I guess. I guess I do the input too late. It's like actually kind of... It's not that precise, but the input timing is kind of awkward, so I keep missing it. Like you can do it like super early. And then that jump is just... maybe a bit hard for being 95% deep into the level. Actually, that shell jump is like fine. You just have to know that it's that you have to do the inputs early, and then from here everything's like smooth sailing. Anyway, time to go for normal attempts again. Yeah, maybe I'm going to do the thing of like a big block and then big spikes around it. But then I need graphics for big spikes. But I guess I could do that. Like that's easy to do, right? Like it's just I just have to put them in. It's not like I'm having not enough graphic space in this ROM anymore. Like this tile set doesn't take that much space. Yeah, I'm going to see how that looks. But I'm also not sure if that accurately represents the hitbox if you actually draw it. Because I do want like the hitboxes at least to be very clear. Oh wow, what? You can die to these. Wow, what? There are lots of spikes in this level that you can die to. They all work. I'm testing every single spike. Actually, there are very many spikes in this level. I'm not even sure. Yeah, you probably can't even die to most. Like, you definitely cannot die to all of them. Like, I'm not sure how many of them you can actually die if you really try to. Some of them are just there to look menacing. Oh fuck! Just slipped off the block there. However, you can also see the graphics of Dead Koopa's loop in this level. I just noticed. I mean, I guess in principle only levels where you move at 48 speed or more are like susceptible to that, like having the Dead Koopa graphics loop around. It's like for other levels you're just too slow to get them off screen. And then you also need the camera to move in a certain way, and I guess you need to hit the Koopa kind of late. Not sure if that's actually necessary though. Oh wow. That jump was way too high. By the way, this jump used to be like super fucked. Like if you if you look closely, then you notice that this is actually a half block here. This is because this is actually a gradual slope that's like around this height here, and not actually like a normal cement block or anything. You could actually slide on this if you wanted to. The jump is like still possible if you just make this like a full block here, but it's like super awkward because most of the time, like if you don't press, like if this was a completed block and you did just held B when falling off the edge, then you just get pushed into the node block and die. And if you do a fast fall, then you move so quickly by the time you hit the arrow that you overshoot the node block. Like you go like wee. So like you somehow have to start by fast falling off the block and then like tap B in mid-air awkwardly to make sure that you like barely hit the edge of the node block. It's super awkward, which is why there's this alternative awkward solution of having a half block here. There's like just so much stuff you can die to on this level. This jump off the node block is like kind of fucked. It looks like so harmless, but you're moving so slowly that it's actually quite the distance. It's like, I guess it's only like the second time I died there today, but like that's like actually one of the tougher jumps in the level. Is it the second or the third time I died to this today? I'm like already kind of losing track of individual attempts. Oh wow. missed that draw block. That's of course also a possibility. Fuck! Ah, it's kind of hard to like hit the blue arrow there sometimes. 93%. Slowly progressing. Slowly progressing. So yeah, the percentage counter works. I think I've confirmed that at this point. I mean, the level is actually like almost over at that point, right? So like 93% is quite a lot, but it's just not 100%. Very sad. Take the throw block. Don't just run over the throw block without interacting with it, please. Please. Eh. Also, I feel like maybe I should turn down the music for the stream a bit. Just if I look at how much. Speaking, also just because the music is loud. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe I... Not sure. Promise I just don't know how loud it is on stream. I was just guessing. Just because it's louder than the rest. Anyway, this is how like I expected some other levels to go. Where I like die for 45 minutes to an hour. And die a few times like past 85%. And have to replay the stuff over and over again. Like this is how I expected like a bunch of levels to go. I'm kind of surprised that it only happened for this one. Because like this level is... I mean this level is like hard. But I don't feel it's that much harder than the rest. But apparently it is. So... I don't know, maybe I should like nerf it a bit. Because clearly I cannot beat it anymore. What? I mean I can beat it, but it seems to be harder than the rest. And funnily enough, like, not... I mean, maybe a bit because of the stereotypical hard jump. Like, this mid-air shell jump at 15% is surely not helping with my consistency at the beginning. But it's also just a lot of the other stuff in this beginning section that makes me not get out of here so often. And then when I do, well, of course typically I just die somewhere deeper into the level, right? Because there's just lots of level. But I am somewhat inconsistent at this beginning section here. That's not because of like any specific trick that I think is inherently inconsistent, it's just that some of them are quite precise. But I don't think there's anything inherently inconsistent in here. For example, that death was just... I mean, that death is like completely unnecessary, but... Even this beginning shell jump here, I mean, there's nothing inconsistent about this, it's just... a somewhat precise input right at the beginning of the stage. And then these shell jumps just feel good when you get them. They do feel good when you get them, even though you don't get them quite often. Also, what am I doing here? I should pay more attention. Oh! Okay. That spike also exists. I should just practice the ending, just that I don't die there again to like something stupid. Oops. I was throwing the shell too early. I mean, you can also throw it too early, of course. I don't know, it's actually not that bad. Oops. I keep scrolling one checkpoint too many. Like, this ending section is not super hard, right? It's like, you just do it if you know what to do. Of course, that doesn't mean it's easy. Doesn't mean it's easy. That's also not super hard, right? You can just do it. But then doing it on top of everything else is, of course, a different thing. Oh wow! First missed rope spin jump of the day. Well, it had to happen at some point. But that was the first missed rope spin jump of the day. Oops. It just happens. The second to last jump looks kinda right. What do you mean? Tight. But actually, I mean, I guess that the real question is, which jump do you mean? Like, do you mean the jump through the gate where you land on the spiny afterwards? Do you mean that one? Or do you mean the one where you pass through the arrows and then land somewhere down there, which is like somewhat blind, but you just have to feel it out? The one in the bucket. I think that one is fine. I'm much more worried about the spin jump through the gate onto the spiny. That one is like actually scary to me. Yeah, after the arrows, yeah, I know what you mean. I think that one is fine. I mean, watch me die to it, like, the next time I go there. And get a sweet 98% death. Because that's clearly what I need after all of this. After an 88%, a 91% and a 93% death, I also need a 98 one. But of course only after getting a 96% death as well. Oh, what? Yeah, you need to jump kinda low, but then you also have to... I mean, if you just do a very light spin jump tap, then you won't make it onto the spiny. You have to like... You have to do like some jump control after you go through the gate. And that's the tricky part. Like, just going through the gate is fine. The problem is that you need to also land on the spiny after that. And that's... The jump to the gravity arrow. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can like get it if you jump low enough, but there's also a risk of jumping too low. I think if you try to do a 1-frame tap there and just don't press A after that, then I think you actually die to something else. I think then you die to... Well, you don't necessarily die. Maybe it actually is enough if you do like a 1-frame tap at the exact correct position. But yeah, this ending is maybe a bit hard. It's probably the hardest ending section out of every level. Although, I mean, I say that despite there being this one first Yoshi fly section at the end of the 9th level, right? Yeah, the entire level is pretty hard. I'm just mainly surprised that I got the level with the Yoshi flight at the end in like 10 tries or something. It feels a bit awkward to get that so early. Because that one... I mean, I know it looks like weird when I say that, despite me struggling with this level for 50 minutes at this point, I think. And beating the other one in less than 10. But the other one does have like some pretty hard setups, I think. And I just beat all of them essentially first try. Whereas with this one, I've now gotten to what I consider the final section. I don't know how many times. 4 times? 5 times? 4 times, right? 4 times, and then I've died 4 times at or near the rope spin jump during the slow moving part, which is, well, kind of a weird clustering. Like once to the rope spin jump, twice to the node block, and then once to missing the throw block grab, actually. Or missing the throw block drop. The grab was fine. Anyway, I should talk maybe a bit less again. But also talking less doesn't actually help, so maybe I should talk more. Just talk more. I don't think it actually matters how much I talk. I think it's just a thing of like getting in the attempts, and then... I mean, I'll automatically shut up once I reach, I don't know, 50% or something, because then I want to kind of focus. But yeah, the problem is I'm not sure what I would change about the level to make it easier in a good way. Because every setup individually feels kind of fine to me. And it's really just the fact that this level is long that does it. Because if we would give like the second half of the level to me, I'd just, well, breeze through it, of course, because like only half is long then. The first and second half separately, they're both quite doable. It's when you put them together that, of course, difficulty increases a lot. Because you just get not so many attempts at the second half to begin with. And then I kind of get unfocused here. Right, because I've done this part now so many times, and now I'm kind of not 100% focused on this part anymore, and now I'm thinking about other stuff. Anyway. No! That's a bit unlucky. I mean, it's not really unlucky, it's just me missing the throw block. What? I am learning new spots that where you can die. You can die to that spike. I mean, I knew that spike was real, right? Like, there are no fake spikes in this hack, I think. I don't think there's a single fake spike in this hack. But I never realized that that one was an actual threat, in a sense. You could accidentally jump into that one if you didn't think about it. Oops, that was the second missed drop spin jump of the day. Guess I'm messing up them. I'm messing them up more now. Oops. You really like the blue, yellow, blue arrow at the first turnaround. The one that I didn't reach right now, I guess. This one. Yeah, I like that as well. It's kind of just there because, well, because the music does this little trill at that point, right? And I felt like adding something in the level to reflect that. And that was what I came up with. And it just works. Well, same for the like left-right arrows, right? At the start there. Right, a single blue would have been enough mechanically in a sense. Yeah, that's true. But the way you get like a blue and a yellow and then a blue. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to like be inspired by what's happening in the music when building the levels, right? And sometimes I just sort of ignore what's going on because I have level to build. But well, quite a lot of times I just try to make sense of what's happening in the music as well. For example, all of these portals are of course placed on the beat, right? But wow, wow! I think I've never flipped too early there for the third time. That's also a first. Wow, tough level. I mean, I knew this was a tough level, of course, but I have to say it again, tough level. This death always feels a bit bad when it happens. Maybe I should actually like change the level to make that death happen less. Because it does just feel kind of bad if it happens. Like you can avoid it, but maybe I should just change the level. It's an easy change. But maybe I should just do it. Wow, I keep missing my rope swindums here. Anyway, be right back. Okay, back. Oh! Oops. Flipped once too many there. Once too many times. That was 4 flips. What? Yeah, that's also like kind of a weird trick that I've never missed a single time, I think. Like, I don't think I missed that a single time. Until now. Which is you have to trigger the gravity change before the node block bounces you off, right? Because otherwise you just... Well, I mean, you have to do a gravity change on a node block, right? So that's a 7-frame window. But there I just gravity flipped way too early onto the node block and I kind of tried to delay it. But yeah, that was kind of too much. I basically was screwed by the time I had flipped onto the node block. No, 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 no. Why do I keep missing that that turn block now? That's like the second time that has happened, essentially in a row. I mean, like, in a sense, like last time I got there, I think that also happened. Ugh. Can I please at least get to the, like the final quarter of the level? Are you actually still on the node block, or can you switch during the animation when you're not actually on it anymore? I think you can switch as long as you're stuck to it. I think as long as you're stuck to it, you can switch. Because the node block keeps you grounded. Like, it actually sets the ground flag, right? Oh, what? Wow! It was like an entire block early, that last switch. Like an entire block. That's 7 whole frames. No wait, that's not even 7 frames, that's 6 frames. So yeah, my input was 0.1 seconds early. If you say it like that, it sounds like a lot less worse. Like it doesn't, like a lot less bad, right? Like it just, oh yeah, you pressed the button 0.1 seconds early. But the end result looks kind of like I pressed the button way early. Even though it's like actually really just 0.1 seconds. Kind of funny. Anyway, I think I think I'm hitting the situation where I spent as much time on this level as I spent on the entire rest of the hack, which is kind of funny. I think I'm getting pretty close to that point now. Time to just beat this. Because I've now been like quite a bit over an hour here. Would be kind of funny if I just beat the entire like hack -1 level in 1.5 hours and then just wasn't able to beat the last level. In like several hours of trying. It's just that I hit 88% and I hit 91% and I hit 93%. So it's like, it's really like every attempt could be the one. But most attempts are just not it. Like it's the situation where I know that I can beat this, but I just don't. Because hard level. And I like also know that I can beat this because I have beaten this before, just not like on stream. Oh wow, and then I died to something like that. There's just so many small things in this level. I guess this level just has less truly easy parts. It's like you can die to pretty much everything. Whereas other levels have like parts which are like 10 seconds or so of just actually free inputs in a sense. This level doesn't really have that. Whoa, but then I do something like that, and that's just like, that's just bad. Like, that wasn't needed. Oh, then sometimes I just miss the mid-air inputs. And sometimes I do that. Actually, I'm not sure, like, if you draw my consistency at the mid-air inputs over as the stream goes on, I'm not sure, like, how the graph would look. Because I feel like I'm less consistent at them than I was, like, an hour ago. It's not really clear to me why I have that feeling, if that's, like, actually true, or if I'm just going crazy. Or if it's just me losing focus or something. But I really do feel like I'm losing focus, so maybe that's actually a thing. What? I didn't throw? Could have sworn I released the X button there. I mean, I guess I did release X and just continue pressing Y or something stupid? It must have been something stupid like that. Or I released the button for 0 frames, that's also the possibility. But like, that's kind of unlikely, right? You can't release a button for 0 frames. I mean, pressing a button for 0 frames is hard enough, but releasing it for 0 frames? No, no. Ah, and then I missed the spin jump. I don't know. Maybe we should just use practice mode. Just practice this part. Stop being bad. Just practice the stuff that you're bad at. Well, good that that didn't happen in an actual run. Okay. I mean, the level certainly feels different when you play it in like practice mode, just because the music's different. Hi, Salika. Sorry for not saying anything about your hack yet. I saw that you sent it to me, but I didn't have time to do anything with it yet, because I was kind of busy like with fixing this up for C3. It's on hiatus anyway. Okay. So yeah, welcome to me playing my own hack and failing at the last stage for like 1.5 hours. I beat everything in 1.5 hours until now. And now I've been stuck here for approximately another 1.5 hours. So this is how it's going. And now I'm just doing random nonsense clears because like this section's not actually hard. It's this throw block that's kind of hard, and this no block jump. But like, of course now I get it. When I say it's hard, then I just get it. Oh, wow. You can die to that. I think I never died like that. There's like so many little things that can go wrong in this section. And then there's this shitty throw block, turn block thing, which I keep messing up now for some reason. I don't know what happened. Like, you just drop the throw block into the turn block, but for some reason I cannot do it anymore. I've died to that in like actual attempts. I don't know how many times now. It's kind of weird that there's like just a rope spin jump there in the level, and I'm scared of everything except the actual rope spin jump. Well, I guess I should be, because then I say that, but like then I just miss it. Doesn't mean I'm scared of it. It's just me that I miss it. I don't know. That almost hit the ceiling spikes. I mean, it must have almost hit the ceiling spikes. Like, I felt like I was dead. Clearly I survived, so let's see if I can at least beat the level from this situation now. No, I cannot. Higher at 777. Yeah, that is on camera. It is unfortunately the best I could do. This section is a bit blind if you just play it for the first time. I mean, if you know where to go, then it's fine. But like, this is a bit blind, and the left-right movement might be a bit irritating if you play it for the first time. Okay. So yeah, this is like, this is fine in some sense, right? But like, it did take quite a lot of attempts. I mean, just want to do it again. From like, checkpoint, I don't know, 9. Let's say checkpoint 9. It's like just the second half of the level. And then I just missed that weird throw block drop. Weird. It feels like it shouldn't be. It feels like it shouldn't be too hard, but now I'm dropping it too early. But like for the longest while I've dropped it too late. So now I'm not sure what to do. It's kind of precise. And then you have this cape section near the end there. So yeah, I don't know. Hi Mortis1, thank you for the raid. Hello everyone. And welcome to me being unable to beat my own final level. Game. Like that. Feels fine. It's like, it is kind of fine, the entire situation. It's just, having to do this after like already playing all this other stuff is kind of hard. I mean, just beating the level up until the 50% mark is fine, and playing the level from like 50% is also fine, but hi. Hi Seifenoper. Hui, 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 hui. Ui. 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 That's what I subscribe for. Exactly, right? Like that's the That's the kind of subscription alert that you don't get in other streams. Does the music fade out also slow down the music? Yes, sometimes, but that's but that's the SPC chip lagging. That's like not actually an intended effect, as far as I can tell. Like sometimes it slows down the music because just because the SPC chip is lagging. Yeah, AMK moment. I mean, I know AMK moment. This is actually still using AMK 1.0.6. The problem is, I did check out AMK 1.0.8, of course, because it does lag less. The problem is, that the music timing is kind of fiddly, so everything lagging less is like, in some sense objectively an improvement, and in some sense subjectively a non-improvement. No, I mean AMK 1.0.8 actually lags less. Like you can... Like that's actually true, it is true. I mean, maybe something is still lag, but... the version that I'm using lags even more than the current one. That's just a true statement. But I cannot change because I kind of rely on exact timings for a lot of stuff here. And unfortunately, the exact timing requires the lag to be correctly emulated. Which also means that this hack doesn't work on bad emulators. Who cares? And it probably also doesn't work on like Super NT with certain settings, maybe, perhaps. But that's something that I cannot check because I don't actually have a Super NT, so yeah. This hack also won't work on real hardware. I'm not sure how well it will work on real hardware. I think it will. So the first level has been played on an actual SNES and it worked. So I'm kind of convinced that it actually works. Also some of, like, yeah. Depends on how accurate the SPC clock is. Yeah, I mean if you have like an actual completely shitty SPC clock, then you are going to run into troubles, yes. I am not sure how accurate the SPC clock is on... Right, okay, so then there's this other problem, of course, that there are multiple slightly different versions of the SPC chip, which is something that I haven't looked into at all. But I think this hack works better on real hardware than you might expect, but well, whatever. It's not like anyone is actually using real hardware anyway. I mean, like, it's kind of... like, kind of most people are either using an emulator or the Super NT, right? So... And at least for the Super NT, I have no idea what it actually does. Whatever. Actually, I would be interested in, like, statistics. How many people use which setup? But oh well. Hi, DJ. You mostly want sample streaming, but level sync is also something that would be far easier. Yeah, but I think level sync is like, at least to a certain point, still fine on current, like with current technology. Because I mean, it doesn't have to be millisecond perfect, right? Like if it drifts by, let's say, 0.1%, nobody cares. I'm claiming. Like, I mean, 0.1% like is still completely within the tolerance. Like, people won't care too much. So yeah, so like, to the human ear, nobody cares about 0.1%. And I think most SPC clocks will be, like on an actual SNES, will be within 0.1% of the specification. Is that the penis section? Dear DJ. Why? So yeah, like of course if you end up with an SPC clock which is like 1% of the specification, right? Then you are going to run into huge troubles with this hack. But I don't think that SPC clocks in the real world differ by that much. Although I'm not actually sure how much they precisely differ, but I think 1% is a bit much. Like a bit way too much. I'm not sure like how much they actually differ. Do you know? Plus minus 5%? No way. No way. I mean, like, maybe somebody comes up with, like, the shittiest... No. No. No way. Plus minus 5%. No. I mean, that's, like, super audible. An audibly higher pitch? That's wild. I mean, plus minus... What the fuck? What? I cannot believe that plus minus 5% is accurate. The SPC crystal is... Yeah, but like plus minus 5%, that's like insane. I mean, that's an amount of drift that's like... I mean, that's like... not even acceptable to like... casual play, honestly. I mean, you're off... You're off an entire, like... Yeah, but that... by the time your SPC has a 5% different clock speed, like you're off... Like you're actually doing key changes, right? Like if your sound chip starts outputting Cs which sounds like a C sharp, then your sound chip is like actually broken. Yeah, you're actually off by a semitone by the point you reach 5%, right? Like that's insane. You cannot manufacture a sound chip with that amount of negligence, right? Like, I mean, up to like 0.5% or like even up to 1% in extreme cases, okay, maybe. But what? You cannot have a clock run 5% fast. Yeah, I mean, okay, I could imagine there existing a manufactured SNES somewhere out there would actually have this problem, but just because, I mean, like, how many SNESs have been manufactured? It's like, it's an 8-digit number, right? Like, one of them, sure, probably, I'm going to believe that one of these tens of millions of things which has been manufactured, one of them is bound to have, like, a crystal which is so off specification that it's like, everything sucks. But yeah. Yeah, but actually I'd be interested in like how much the spread is, let's say, for the first standard deviation or something, right? Like, what is the standard deviation? Is the mean clock speed of all existing SPCs actually the reference clock speed? Or is that like already off? Like, those would be kind of interesting to know. But until then, I'm just going to pretend that the reference clock speed is the thing that actually exists reasonably often in the real world. What am I doing? The reference clock speed is 32,768 Hertz by spec. I mean, that sounds like a reasonable... Sounds like a reasonable clock speed to me. Okay, so being 5% off would mean that you have like an SPC running at what? At like 31,000 Hertz flat? Or at like 34,000 Hertz flat? That sounds like wild margins for error. What am I actually doing here? I suck at this game apparently now. Cannot even reach the halfway point now. I practiced from the halfway point, and I think since practicing that I have reached that... Have I reached it a single time since then? I'm not sure. Yeah, probably like a single time, but like... Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how much the spread is. So, if you have an SPC which is clocked at like 32,700 or 32,800, then this hack is going to work and you're not even going to notice much of an issue. But if your SPC is like clocked at 32,000, then well, good luck. Then this hack is going to feel very differently. In a negative way. Of course, all of that assuming that you're actually playing on a SNES with that inaccurate of an SPC, and that such SNESs are actually like common in some sense of the word common. No, what? Can I please press buttons? Like, press buttons? Wow. At this point, I'd just be happy if I even reached the final quarter of the level. Just died to like 95% again. Well, I say again, but like the furthest was 93%. Long section. I mean, yes, long section, but you've like I've reached like 88%, 91%, 93%, all like more than half an hour ago. But my consistency has been degrading over the last hour, I think. What I like most about your penis section comments is that like nobody actually knows what you're talking about except for you and me, I think. Can I please stop? Like, what? How can I die to that twice in a row? That's like, that's absurd. I hit that like the first, I don't know, 6 times or so I got to that point. And now I just keep missing it. What is happening? Yes, you could give context. Also, I mean, the fun part is like, if you actually look at it from inside the level, like inside the game, it doesn't actually look at all. Like you don't see it at all, I think. Also, that's only for like also it really looks like it's more visible in the undecorated version, let's say. Because like now everything looks different. And there's an actual background now. It's not monochrome gray anymore. I like the monochrome gray. I should just switch back to the monochrome gray, and I should switch back to like having everything as cement or manchas. Just floating manchas everywhere. The level looked better that way. What? Now I'm just doing stupid stuff again. Okay, so there's one setup in here which... There's one thing in here which I'm actually unhappy about. Like one jump where I feel like I'm dying to it way more often than I should, but also I feel like I'm doing things correctly enough. To the point that I should maybe change the level. I mean, why would I have to zoom out? I never zoom in Lunar Magic anyway. I only do that for stream. Like I actually only zoom in Lunar Magic for the stream. I like when I actually build stuff, I always do everything at the unzoomed in resolution. It was a metaphorical zoom. Sure. Sure. Yeah, I don't know, I mean I see people like using Lunar Magic zoomed in way more often than not. But I just don't see the need for it. I mean I guess if you have like a 4K monitor or something, then at some point yes, 16 pixels is going to be a bit small, but I don't, so. Okay, can I finally beat this level at some point? Like, I've been sitting here for 2 hours approximately, stuck on this level. I've beaten every other level in 1.5 hours, and now I'm stuck here for 2 hours. Like, this is absurd. How did this happen? How did this level become harder than every other level in the hack combined? When did this happen? How did this happen? Why am I doing this? Should I maybe change this level to be easier, to be more in line with the rest of the hack? What am I doing here? Or did I just get lucky with the other levels? I kind of feel like I got lucky with like some of the other levels, honestly, but... Well, it does feel kind of weird to like spend so much time on this level when I like was breezing through everything else. Oh, cool. And I just missed the first children for like 4 attempts in a row. That's also amazing. I mean, at least the test, like, it takes no time. Well, well, time to miss the throw block again. It's kind of weird. I don't remember ever missing that throw block in like previous tries for this level. Like, I mean, I've beaten this before. I don't remember like missing the throw block so many times. It's kind of interesting what has like changed in my like mistakes from last time I beat this. Oh wow, what? That was too early for the throw block drop? That feels weird. Okay, that's another way to die. I keep dying at similar parts now. And never actually reaching the final section of the level, that's amazing. I want to finally die at the final section of the level again. Gotta try for the diagonal, yeah. Totally possible, of course, right? Because like it's totally not two square hitboxes. It's like, of course, the spikes are pixel perfect representation of the actual hitbox. Because S&W is known for its accurate triangular spikes. Right? Everybody knows that. Yeah, the player wouldn't be too big. No. Did you just call Mario fat? No, that's rude. And this is the 5th time I've died at like at essentially that point of the level. Like no, without like ever going past that. Due to missing like rope spin jumps, due to missing like a throw block onto a turn block, due to missing a block grab now. No, I mean the player is a 1 pixel hitbox, of course, right? It's like it's The funny part is I could claim that the hitbox of the player is actually only 5 pixels. It's just that these pixels are disconnected. Yes. It's multiple 1 pixel hitboxes, that's true, yeah. It really is. But it's disconnected, so to make the illusion of a player that's actually like a square. But it's just an illusion. Come on, press buttons. Not so hard. Guess it is hard. I guess pressing buttons is hard. I guess this hack is just hard. I guess this level is just hard. I should not release this because it's clearly impossible. Creator hasn't even beaten his own level. SMH. Like this level is clearly impossible. What am I even doing here? No, you can die to that spike too, no, what the fuck? I just want to reach the cave section. How hard can it be to reach the cave section? How hard can it be to reach the cave section? Like, how does this even happen? so absurd. Thank you. No, fuck! I say thank you and then I mess up that. Okay, well. I said I just wanted to reach the cape section. Now I finally reached the cape section again, so it's fine. My fault for not specifying that I also wanted to beat the level after that, but like, yeah, sure. Sure. That's reserved for next time I actually reach that point. I'm just so happy that I finally reached like a point in the level again that's like reasonably close to the ending. Now maybe time to actually beat the level. After like dying many times. No, because I like hit the spike last time. I dove earlier this time, but that was like too early. I panicked there. That was stupid. Just panicked there. That was unnecessary. So yeah, the practice mode level ends here. But I actually want to add a stupid message here still. But I haven't decided which stupid message to put here yet. So yeah, there's going to be a stupid message there. But I don't yet know what to put there. Easy level, yeah, the easy level that took longer than the entire rest of the hack combined. Like after playing this, you almost forgot that there was a remaining hack. Thank you for the GGs. So yeah, I beat it in one attempt, in one session. I mean, I beat the entire hack in one session, so I guess it's ready for C3 now. Yeah, I just threw for content so that I get my usual stream length. Those stars need to go around the corners. You just have like a 5-star layout for everything, but then the last level just get an extra star here. Just because it's so messed up. Anyway. Yeah, I'm kind of questioning if like having this as a 5-star level is accurate now. Anyway, hi Thoughtball. Good luck on hack. Yeah, I just beat it. I just after 2 hours and 10 minutes on the last level, I finally beat it. Took me longer than the entire rest of the hack combined, but I beat it. So yeah. So far, one person has played your hack and they quit. Yeah, I really wonder how many people are going to play this. I think like the first, like, I think like up until somewhat like here, everything is reasonable. And then these are like kind of tough. These are, well, maybe a bit like special, but they're not actually that hard. Maybe like a bit weird. And then this level is just so fucked. I have like no idea if anyone like actually is going to play this, but I think the first 13 stages are doable and the first 6 stages are very doable. And the last stage is like for people who are truly determined. And I guess me. I don't know. Time to go back to the first level. Just play the first level again. Just relax with the first level. Where everything starts. Where everything is still so harmless. Everything is still so harmless here. Also, I'm really proud of the stylistic device of using the same foreground tile set for the first and last level. Oops. Everything is so harmless and I just missed the Koopa. Oops. Yeah, it is very Geometry Dash. That's like... that's the gimmick. Including a fake show. Because I just had to. Oh. Missing a shell jump. Wow. You start with this tile set in the mountain and then you finish in space, yeah. It's so much Geometry Dash it even has a practice mode. So yeah, I think this hack is pretty complete. Minus the fact that there is no funny message at the end of the last level. I really need to put like a funny message there, but I don't know what to put there yet. And I also don't know a font yet. Apparently I'm unable to play this game again. No. Like the last level broke me to the point that I'm unable to play this game any longer. Apparently. Okay, I just died to the first 8% now. Okay. You just have to complain enough, then you can actually progress. This lava is, by the way, almost completely fake. Like, do you see how much you have to go into that before you die? Like, it's very friendly lava. It's just there to notify the player that they really shouldn't go down there too much. But it's actually very friendly lava. Like, there's not actually a hitbox, I think, until the third tile. I think the third tile is the one that kills you. Yeah, it's like it's very friendly lava. It's like really there to inform the player that they shouldn't go there, not to actually kill them. I mean, you can die to it, right? But like, it's very unlikely. If you don't try to go for it, you will survive probably. Oops. I don't know why I keep dying to this jump. That one is like actually just a jump that I put there. This looks awesome. I mean, the kind of the gimmick of the level of the hack is that the levels are very long, right? Like, so I'm not sure if you saw the percentage counter in the bottom right last time I died. I mean, I guess you didn't because I keep pressing retry very quickly. But there's a percentage counter. Yeah, it's. I mean, I press retry very quickly, so it's easy to miss it. Maybe I'll die again, then you'll see it. But I think this is like, what, halfway through the level? Yeah, I think half was approximately correct there. 57%. Also, how did I miss the green bean there? That felt kind of weird. Like, that felt like I should have hit the green bean, but... Huh. You're excited for this one? Yeah, it's releasing, well, either on Friday or on Saturday. Depends on whether I can still record the tool assisted one, the tool assisted movie for this on Friday evening or not. I want to like do a tool assisted clear video for this, where I just show off everything. I mean, I guess I technically have like stream recordings now, but those include me talking a bunch of random stuff, so. And also that would involve actually cutting stuff. And I think, at least for someone with as much cutting experience as me, it's quicker to actually record an entirely new tool assisted movie and record that than to actually cut something together like this. And it's just overall cleaner. So yeah. I'm going to have to do that like either Friday. Well, I'm going to have to do that on Friday, and then I'll either release on Friday or Saturday. During C3 in any case. I kind of just want to beat this level. I mean, I beat this already today, but like, beat it again. Just because it has one of my favorite parts of the entire hack in it. Just have to get there. It's this part. I don't know, it just feels so good. Oops. And then I just missed the next spin jump. Oops. But anyway, I got past the nice part. But yeah, apparently I lost the ability to play this game. I'm just happy I beat everything in a single session now. I wasn't sure if I could do it because like just some of these levels are actually pretty hard. Anyway, I think this is about where I'm going to stop stream because I did everything I set out to do. So yeah, thanks for watching, have a good night, and see you next week or so.